Untested chemicals in commercial production and the hidden risks to humans' health. Since the 1940s, the volume and diversity of chemical production have both increased exponentially. During this time, more than 100,000 new synthetic chemicals have been invented and are registered currently with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. These chemicals are used today in millions of consumer products, ranging from foods and food packaging to clothing, building materials, cleaning products, cosmetics, toys, and baby bottles. These are chemicals that are in widest use, and therefore have the greatest potential for dissemination in the environment and for human exposure. In fact, these chemicals are found today in air, food, and drinking water around the world. Some new chemicals have profoundly benefited humans' health. Antibiotics have helped control the major communicable diseases. Drinking water disinfectants have reduced deaths from dysentery. Chemotherapy agents have made possible the cure of many cancers. Chemicals are central to modern construction and transportation systems. They are an essential building block of daily life. Nonetheless, other new synthetic chemicals have been responsible for episodes of disease, death, and environmental degradation. Many of these episodes have resulted in severe injury or permanent disabilities among children and adults of every age group. A fundamental problem is that often little or no assessment is made of the safety or potential toxicity of new chemicals before they are brought to market. This failure to exercise due diligence makes it impossible to know which chemicals will be beneficial and which need to be treated with caution, in order to avoid potential health problems. New chemicals are typically brought to market with great fanfare, come rapidly into widespread use in industrial settings and consumer products, and then become widely disseminated in the environment. After years or even decades, some materials that were initially hailed as beneficial have been found to have serious harmful effects on humans' health and the environment. A recurrent theme in these episodes has been that commercial introduction of new chemicals has time and again preceded any prudent effort to assess their safety or toxicity, and in particular, any efforts to examine their impacts on human health. Historical examples of substances that were introduced with great enthusiasm, inadequately tested for safety or toxicity, and belatedly found to have caused great harm to human health and the environment include, the addition of lead to paint and gasoline, the use of asbestos for insulation and fireproofing products, the use of DDT as a pesticide, the introduction of thalidomide as a nausea control agent in pregnancy, the widespread use of polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, in electrical transformers, the use of the synthetic hormone diethylstilbestrol, DES, to prevent miscarriage in pregnancy, and the use of ozone-destroying chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, in refrigeration units. This sequence of events has already been repeated in the 21st century, with new chemicals added to plastics and other consumer products. Two types of plastics additives, phthalates and bisphenol A, BPA, have both been implicated in disruption of normal childhood development. Brominated flame retardants placed into couches, carpets, mattresses, and computers have been shown to cause delays in brain development with loss of IQ points. Organophosphate insecticides have been shown to cause microcephaly, a smaller than normal head that is linked to reduced brain size, as well as delayed development and behavioral problems among children. Initially, all of these chemicals were deemed safe in the absence of any detailed examination before subsequently being found to cause serious pathological effects on a human's health and well-being. Copyright Academy House, www.academy.house